You know what they say. Keep it balanced. Keep it cute. But baby, my balance, it comes from above. So step light. Hold your head high. We gon' praise and still look fly. Weighing every season, heart on one side, truth on the other. Grace in my walk, glory in my cover. Step to the left, I'm aligned. Peace in my heart, made of mine. Wrist shining, Bible in my bag. Gold on my neck, Savior in my sweat. Born with the scales in my head. Still I lay it all in His plan. Measured by mercy, not fame. He called my star by my name. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Hey, hands up high, heels on beat, praise in the club, praise in the street. Halo over this laid out lace, a little gloss, whole lot of grace. They see the charm, but He sees the core. He opened doors I ain't asking for, so I two-step, testify, slide every turn. He by my side. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Whoa, left, right, spin it, back, stay true. If you love the Lord, let Him shine. Hey, heart in the clouds, feet on the floor. We give Him the praise, then we give Him some more. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. You know what they say.
All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and give y'all my salutations. Hey, this is Creole. Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 9 to 9, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast, and the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy Can say happy bar mitzvah, happy anniversary to Lottie Dottie and everybody on the sound of my voice. You know I'm vote for the smooches, so you get a smooch. You get a smooch. Everybody gets a smooch. Okay, so let's get into the things. How's everybody doing? Hey, Uncle Clyde. As soon as I'm done feeling... If I get a chance to, because I'm actually I'm taking care of my mom. So if I get a chance to, if not, I will do it another day. Not to, disregard what you got to say or anything. I will do it another day if I don't get a chance to do it today. Okay. Because it is Sunday. I'm supposed to be in physical church, but I'm doing it by line because my mom don't feel good. Okay. So that's why I dropped off, because I felt it going somewhere I don't want it to go. But y'all, let's get this started. Y'all know I teach on everything biblical over here where we're concerned. I don't claim to know everything. I did go to school and get a degree in it, in biblical studies. However, I am still a student of learning. I'm still, hey JB, I'm sorry, boo. Hey LeBron, how you doing? I'm still a student of God. Okay. And so as you grow, as you go, you will always learn. You should be apt to learning. Okay. You should be open to learning new things and other things. Okay. I will say this when it comes to fasting. Okay. And that's how we started on this, because Catherine Powell actually told about her. Oh, okay. Catherine Powell actually talked about her fasting for Lent because Lent starts Wednesday. First of all, her priest is already off. He's talking about they're going to start whatever their Lent thing in March. Well, Lent starts Wednesday. Okay, and most of the Catholic dialysis and stuff actually start on Lent. Okay, um, I'm trying not to be disrespectful. Hey, Larry. Hey. I'm trying not to be disrespectful to a religious organization. Okay. Um, but I'm going to do, me and JB, we're going to do Let's Talk Capitalism. Y'all can't talk today. Forgive me. Okay. Love y'all. We're going to talk all things Catholic. Okay. Um, I have told you all a couple of things about that religion. Okay. I've told you a couple of things about our religion. Okay. Um, but I'm gonna put this right here and I'll put a pin in it. The Crusaders, and we're gonna put a pin in that. Second thing is when it comes to fasting, fasting is what afflicts the soul. Okay. And I taught y'all over here what the soul is. The soul, another name for the soul is called the suke. Okay. The soul is not your heart, it's not your spirit, which is inside. The soul is your mind, will, your intellect. Okay. Um, that's your soul. Okay. And for years, preachers have taught that the soul is where your heart is on the inside. Oh, it's your heart. No, that's your spirit, man. Okay, let's go there. Now, as I stated earlier today, a lot of times churches will tell you we're going to fast food because that's what hurts people. Okay, that's what your issue is. What happens if you run across a person who food is not an issue? I.e., I use my mother as an example. Food is not an issue for her. She can take it or leave it. That's one woman that can take it or leave it. So, but cigarettes was. So when you say we're going to fast food because that's everybody's issue, that's not true. Some people's issue is internet. Some people's issue is drinking. Some people's issue is sex. It's whatever they got more control over you than God has. Okay? That's what you should be actually fasting. However, people don't like that I say that, but it's true. It's whatever the I can't help it's that you got. Okay? Like mine's would be coffee. And so most of the time when I do a fast, that's what I fast because that's my I can't help it. And every day or every hour of the day that I go without it, praise God. God honors that because that is what I honor. That is what I hold on to the most. Okay? You're supposed to fast your vice, right? It's supposed to be sacrifice, something you are. Right. That's that. Come on. Right there. I'm going to share that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Right there. Now, here's the thing. Miss O, shout out to Miss O. Miss O, Olivia Oracle was correct when she talked about fish. Okay? But a lot of people don't do fish because of the misinterpretation of what it means. Now, not going after this preacher or priest, whoever he is, because he has to govern his church house how he feels. Okay. But to say that people can't, to say that you're going to go all the way back to the Bible and you're going to fast just like Daniel did, well, there was not a whole lot of things offered to Daniel back then because a whole lot of things hadn't been created. So you can't get mad. You can't get mad at the people for wanting to go to a vegan restaurant and you saying, no, that's not how Daniel did it. Well, it's a whole lot of things that you wearing that Daniel didn't wear. Shout out to Jay Wilson, because that's true. A whole lot of things that was created. Okay, and let me, oh, Lord have mercy, y'all. I'm so frustrated. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. Okay. I have taught y'all over here as well that the Bible is and in Christianity is not a white man's religion. I have taught. Did they whitewash it? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I stand on that. Yes, they very much did whitewash it, but it's not a white man's religion. They actually took their studies or whatever when they told King James to create a Bible, okay? Create a book of beliefs. He took it from some of the beliefs of the Ethiopian Bible, okay? And put it in, like, it's more than 10 commandments. Hello? It's more than 10 commandments. They took it from 600 or so Ethiopian beliefs and they did the 10. Y'all, it's so much. Let me tell you this. Let me just go here, okay? I'm gonna get out this subject because I feel kind of hot with this, okay? Religion gets to me like that when people start talking about religion. That's why I talk about relationship. Everybody should have a relationship with the one true God, okay? And I know there's many ways people feel like you can get to him. I'm not one that believes that, okay? You don't have to be my friend to believe how I believe. I just stand on what I believe, okay? And this is for the people who trust me enough to feed their spirit and their soul. You know, so Lord have mercy. You know, when people holler that they don't believe the word, they don't believe in Jesus, they don't believe in going to church, they don't believe in this, but there are this, your light and your attributes don't show that. Because if you're still, here's the thing, if you're still a liar, a fornicator, if you're still nasty, if you still all the negative things and you draw yourself to negative things, baby, you need to go to church. Because what you're doing is not working for you because you don't have a light. You're in darkness. Okay. So if saying that you don't do these things that we all do, like you don't read your word, you don't believe in the Bible, you don't believe in church, you don't believe in this, you do this and you do that, you may need to find you a building that has Jesus written real big on the front of it. And you might want to walk through the dirt. You might want to darken the doors of the church to get you some act right. Because don't tell me that you have a belief in something that's higher and bigger than you that's supposed to be connected to God, and you never act like it. You never talk like it. You don't carry it. See, that's what bothers me about people is that all this studying that people do, you don't even do what you know to do that works or that'll get you close to God. When you're not even doing that, why should I listen to you that you know more than me? Why should I listen to you that you got all these accolades and stuff like that when you ain't even walking a day's worth of dog meat? I'll wait. So I'm going to say this. I'm not knocking nobody for their beliefs or what they do as far as fasting is concerned, because that was the original question. You do whatever you feel. And if you want to follow your pastor in the way that he's fasting, by all means, follow your leadership. Who am I to tell you not to? But when you say that is the only way, although the way that everybody is supposed to fast, no, it's not. No, it's not. I can't agree to that. No, it's not. Okay. A lot of times people go to Daniel fast. A lot of pastors go there. It's because they really don't understand fasting. Okay. They really don't understand. Really, the true fasting, if you're going to do a true fasting, it's nothing. That's the biblical fast. Nothing. How did Jesus fast? Nothing. not even water, nothing. It's called a dry fast. So if we're not going to pattern after Jesus Christ himself, then everything else is left up to interpretation. My question would be this: why was Daniel's fast put in the Bible and no other fast? Because there was others. But a lot of people don't know that. And I get it and I understand that. So like I said, Catherine knows she cool with me. That's my boo-boo kitty. She can drop down and come over here. I'm not mad at Catherine at all. I understand what she was saying, but baby, you left yourself open with that. She already said whatever her pastor said to do or her priest said to do, she's gonna do. So there was really no need to ask the question. It just wasn't, because the way that it was presented is that you were questioning your pastor's motives and the reason why he was saying that you all had to fast that way anyway. So that left people a reason or a way to come up and say, mm, you know, to question it, not to attack you, but to question it. Okay, so that's what that was about. Like the way that you presented it, boo. And I don't know if you meant to present it like that. I give you a benefit of a doubt because I don't think you meant to do it like that. But the way that you presented the question and the way that you said what you said up on the panel kind of left people opening to walk therein and question everything about the fast and your preacher and the church and the priests and all the things of the things. So that's why that happened. And when I saw it going, one thing I don't do is argue religion or argue politics. Those are fool's arguments. Okay. I don't debate them. I don't argue them. And when I feel like it's switching from just a simple conversation, I leave. And that's why I said, smooches, everybody, I'm gone. Because you can't get me into that. I will not do that. I don't know. No, everybody has their beliefs, why they believe what they believe, and everybody's belief is right and you're wrong. So that's a fool's argument, just like politics. People believe that Trump is this and he's that, and he's the savior, and he better than the Democrats, and Democrats believe they better than the Republicans because this, and this, and they both the coin of a different side. Same coin of a different side. Okay. So yeah, I don't get into that either. That's why I say you don't have to agree with me to be my friend. You don't have to agree with me to come over here and drop down. You just don't. Okay, moving on. Because that kind of peeved my temples a little bit. It just, JB, it just got me. Okay? It just got me. And I know, whatever. So anyway, Lord, I'm trying to switch, but that thing got me in the collar. Do you hear me? It's got me in the car. And I always tell people to email me because I can kind of help. I answer one-on-one, you know, and let you and give information to where you can go and look things up for yourself or maybe answer some questions. And it may be the answer you need. If not, it may put you on the right path. I'm not wanting to tell you I know everything because I don't. But such as I know, I help. Such as I know, I tell you. Okay. So let me say this as well. How did all these religions started? And basically it was ego, like they said. They summed it up to one word, which is good, ego. But the technical form of it is everybody started out together. One person didn't believe everything that they were being taught. So they broke off and started their own religion. To where, let's just say, like I said, it was 6 beliefs in the beginning. They believed 5. So they took the 5, left the 6, okay, and they started another religion. Well, that person didn't believe what that person was, not everything. So they like, nah, I'm gonna start my own. So they went and started their own religion. So they took 4 of the 5 from where the 5 took 5 of the 6. You see where I'm going with this? And all of this broke everybody, thought that their idea of what a spirituality, religion, our beliefs should be. And so that's how we have so many religions, okay? It's just like the further away that the hours move, you get away from the 12, which is where everything starts at 12. But as time goes on, you get further and further and further away. Okay. Um, Let me see. Lord, you are silly. I know, man. I know. It's just okay. So moving on to Valentine's Day. Y'all, Valentine's Day. How was y'all Valentine's Day? I had to switch because I still feel that thing, and I refuse. So, how was y'all Valentine's Day? My Valentine's Day was very, very wonderful. I'm finishing it today. When I go eat today, I'm going to the lobster, the red lobster. It feels good to be treated like I need to be treated, and like I want to be treated. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get a lobster tail, some salmon, some grilled asparagus, and probably a baked potato. I think that's what my dinner is going to be. If not, I might just get two lobster tails, a baked potato, and a grilled asparagus. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know. The sky's the limit for me today. So I'm not, I'm not upset about it. I might do a little video and show y'all what I got. I don't know. Because I am learning to share some things and other things until it develops to keep it to myself. Okay, keep it to myself. But last night was fun at bingo, y'all. I won on the first game. Had to split it though, but I won. Okay, but here's the thing: why come I slept it? Why come I slept it? I did, but somebody else hollered wrong, and it gave me a chance to relook on my relook on my board, and I saw that I forgot to punch the button, the 53. 53 had already been called. And I forgot, because I dabbed the one that was in the monitor. Okay. The girl, she called, she slept the one before that. I slept the one right before that. Like 53 is the one that had just been called that I didn't dab. I dabbed 75 instead, which was in the thing to be called. And she had called her bingo was 71. That's the one he had just left off that number. So she slept it. It stopped everybody so they can go back over it, call her bingo. I happened to look down on my plant on my thing and said, "Oh shoot, I forgot to dab this 53." And that's the number he was on. So I dabbed 53 and I realized my number 75 I just dabbed was in the monitor. I'm like, okay, come on, post-it corner. Come on. So when he said uh oh, 75. I said, bingo. Like and a couple more people holler. I'm like, dang, I gotta share my coin. I don't want to share my coin. But it was so fun last night. And then I cased the whole night. I cased the whole night. That $1,000, I was two numbers away from getting $1,000, y'all. And this lady right in front of me, she started ripping her paper. I said, she got that grand. She got that grand. I needed two more numbers, and he had skipped all the way around my numbers for that 1,000. And then I needed one number for 599, and somebody holler, bingo. I'm like, is that how y'all gonna do me for real? But I'd already got mine. I guess God was like, no, we're not gonna be greedy. We're gonna give you this right here. You're gonna be happy, and you're gonna go on. Okay, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go on. Okay, so that's what I did. Um, I will be getting dressed pretty soon because I was thinking about leaving out earlier, but I'll be getting dressed pretty soon. I got to make sure mom's okay and everything. I gave her something for her stomach and all of that and stuff. For some reason, y'all, let me tell y'all something. And this is allegedly, unallegedly, people that took that shot, the vanilla, is beginning to have a lot of issues, and they don't know where it's coming from. When they do your blood work and stuff, they don't know where it's coming from. And I warned my mom. Okay, she was scared, and I get it, but I warned my mom not to do it. I said, Mama, it's going to be a lot of things that's going to go wrong with this shot. Don't do it. Okay, and a lot of people are coming up deceasable. A lot of people are dying that ain't never died before. Okay, and people don't know why. It's like all of a sudden they just kill over, and people's like, he wasn't sick. What's going on? And it really ain't natural causes. It's because of the things. Okay, and so what I'm gonna have to get her to do, I'm gonna have to put my mother on a strict detox to where she's gonna be on nothing but like veggies. I'm gonna put her on fruits first, berries, melons. She gonna have to do those at least for 3 days, and then I'm gonna switch her to veggies. And all the while, I'm gonna be telling her which, cause she gets all her herbs through me. I'm gonna be telling her which herbs to take while she's doing it, cause this gonna have to get out of her system. Somehow there's something still locked in her system, and she has really been having problems. Like she had this bleed in her stomach and didn't know why. They put her in the hospital. My mother was in the hospital almost 10 days, and she had never been in the hospital like that because they was trying to find out where this bleed was. Her levels of iron and everything was very low. She was at death level. She was at a 5. Okay. And so the more blood they gave her, the more it was coming out. They didn't know, and it's God now that she's not going through that. So, yeah, I had to really step in and talk to her doctor, and he laughs. He laughs when he took us. I was such a doctor to my mom. Cause see, y'all forget, I did go to medical school. Hello. Okay. I went to medical school. Okay. I just didn't get a chance to finish. So it's a lot of things medically I know. Okay. So when I became hers and I was talking to the doctor that was over her and all this stuff, he was like, oh my goodness, who is that's asking all these questions? He said, I don't mind telling the person. She said, it's my daughter. And I got you on speaker. And my daughter went to medical school and she's listening to everything you're saying. And so that's why she's speaking up like that. And he was like, I'm impressed. I'm very much impressed. I'm like, yeah. And so, okay, the answer to my question. And I was like, okay, so when y'all do that, this is blah, 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 blah. I was telling him the side effects. She needs to know that. Okay. And if possible, as limited as possible, because what she's not going to become is your guinea pig. If you really don't understand what's going on with her, I'd rather for you all to study her blood and her cultures first before you try to do anything that quote unquote could possibly fix the issue. Because you're not sure yourself. And that's exactly what I told him. Oh, yeah. Nobody I love will you ever be a guinea pig. Not if I can help it, you know. So, yeah. But anyway, the one thing I didn't get a chance to do, y'all, yesterday is go the to get my manicure and everything. So since I was gonna say Christmas. So since Valentine's Day is over, I'll probably go this week sometime and do me get me pampered, my pedicure, manicure, and eyebrows waxed and everything. If I don't go tomorrow, which is Monday, I'll probably be sitting in there come Wednesday. Okay, and then leave and go on and go to Bible study and all this and stuff. But yeah, I had a ball. I hope you all enjoyed your day yesterday. I hope you was able to love on each other and do the things of the things. Okay. Um, I just why does this ever show me how long I've been on here? Like I can never find the time of how long I've been on here. It never shows me. It's weird. Oh, duh, right in front of my face. I lied. I lied. JB, don't be talking like that. Don't be talking like that. Let me say this too. You know, um, no, I'm not gonna say that. No, I'm gonna use wisdom, and I'm not gonna say that. You know, um, sometimes Refundable was Sagan yesterday. Regina was okay. Sometimes it's best to be thought dumb than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. If I can tell some of you all that, adopt that saying. Sometimes it's best to be thought dumb than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Um, yeah, some people feel like, I don't have a brain of a cat. And I love when you think like that. I really do. Um, it's so much I want to say, y'all. Y'all pray for me because it really is. It's so much I want to say. And I'm kind of biting my tongue so that I won't say what I have to say. And shout out to, oh, yay! Yay, 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 yay. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. It said 2:30. Okay. I got a meeting at 2:30 on the 18th. They was just reminding me. And then I found out that my Sunday school class won. Yay! That just made my day, okay? It made going out to dinner even better. So I can cheers. Okay. Um it's funny. People always find people always say they don't get my warning or whatever, a reminder that I'm coming on, and they're sub to me and everything. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yes, you do. Some people may get it late, and I will give you that because they shadow ban me for the content that I give. Okay. I can't help that. I can't fight a system known as Yahoo. Okay. I mean, not Yahoo, YouTube. I can't fight that system. Okay. Not even going to try. Because I always say at the appropriate time, my tribe will find me. So, I get it. But some of y'all just lie. Some of y'all just lie. When I tell you, you open your mouth and a lie fall out, and y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Okay? You ain't got a lot to kick it. I ain't a lot of y'all's tea, and I get it. I ain't mad about that. It don't change who I am or the content that I give. Okay? If you ain't for me, if I ain't for you, keep it moving. Free up some space for somebody else to have that assigned seat in the front. I'm always looking for stars. See how that work? Um, and if I ain't for you, I'm for somebody. And eventually they'll find me. But they can't find me if you in the way taking up their seat. I do want 2,000 subs. And I actually wanted them before December of last year. And I was really on my way. And then somehow it stalled. So I'm gonna have to switch up like where my algorithm is going to different people. And most of the people, y'all be surprised. What's up, no pressure, boo? Thank you. Uh, a lot. Don't you know my analytics show me that the people who follow me the most is males. You would think women would be my top followers, but women, we get so jealous of one another behind stupid stuff. Like when I tell people I've never been jealous of nobody, people don't believe me, but I've never been jealous of anyone. And just because you don't believe it, don't make it so. Okay? Don't make what you saying so. I've never been jealous of no one. I always have lived with this motto, a mantra. If it's something you got that I want, I get it. If it's something that I want, I go get it. I'm a go getter. Always have been, always will be. I've done so much in my life and had so much in my life that I am actually settled in who I am and what I have. I've owned one, two, three. I've owned three houses. So, okay, a house ain't an issue. I've had six cars. Cars is not an issue. I've had multiple brand new furniture. I would just go through every other year and redo everything in my house. Living room suit, dinette set, bedroom suits, TVs. That's not an issue. I've had minks, sables, fur coats, leather boots. Uh, I got gold. I got diamonds. I'm just talking about all the things that you all honor. Y'all honor material stuff like that. So that's not an issue with me. Okay, that's not something I'm looking for. That's not something that I honor. I've had all of that. I'm at a point in my life where I value love. I value conversation. I value honesty. I value connections with positive people. I value God. That's where I'm at. So that's why when I tell you I am at a point in my life to where I'm ready to travel, have fun, and stuff like it, that's where I'm ready to do. Now I used to travel a lot when I was younger. I done been to Canada. I done been places that a lot of people would never get a chance to go. So now that I'm in my 20 years, I'm in my 50s. Now I don't want to deal with no man who has kids that's younger than 18 that he's responsible for. No, not at all. I just want it to be me and him. I want him to love on me when he come home. I want to love on him. If we want to have sex in the kitchen, if we want to have sex in the living room, we can do it without worrying about any kid walking in, anybody walking in. If we want to pick up and travel, we can travel. If we want to go here, there, fro, we can. If we want to cook today, we can cook. If we want to go out to dinner, we can. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Okay. And I'm not gonna change that. And that bothers people when I say that. I can't believe she don't want a man with no kids. I don't. Not none he's responsible for. He can have kids all he wants to. I just don't want him to have none he's responsible for. No daycare, no baby mama drama, no child support, no none of that. I ain't dealing with it. I don't have to. I've dealt with kids all my life. I had my first child at 15. My baby's 23. She's on her own. She got her own place, living her own life, working 2 jobs. I'm not responsible for no kids, so I don't want no man that is. I want it to be me and him. I want it to be us. I want us to be responsible for us. I want us to focus on us. I want us to love on us. I want us to treat each other about us. So if it makes me selfish, good. Finally, I'm selfish because I used to think about everybody but me. So if it makes me selfish, good. It means I'm changing. I'm growing. Praise God. Okay. So yeah, that's where we are with that. So yeah, I enjoy my Valentine's Day. I said I'll let to say that. I enjoy my Valentine's Day. Today is Valentine's Day weekend, and I'm gonna enjoy that. Yes, I am. Um, I got a special week planned this week and next Saturday. I will be busy. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a live next Saturday or not because I'm a part of women's ministry, and we are doing Loving You on Purpose next week. I love every year when we do Loving You on Purpose, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, we do everything that's positive. We exchange gifts to everybody. We get gifts from the head person, and those gifts be all that. Then we break bread together. We fellowship. We love on each other. It's just a great time. It's just a great time, and so I'm not gonna miss that. And then I'm burying my one of the last matriarchs of our family. He was 97. He had not turned 98 yet. He was 97, and he passed away. So his homegoing celebration is next Saturday. He's not really having a funeral. We're just gonna go to the gravesite and everything, and then we're gonna go fellowship as a family. And I'm only gonna deal with them for a minute, love on everybody. Then I gotta go to loving on you on purpose, okay? And everything. So yeah, next Saturday is gonna be a busy Saturday. If I do come on, it'll be later that day. And then this week is all oh my God, this week is a busy week for me. Like I told you, I just got a text message reminding me of a business meeting this week. I'm excited about. I can't tell y'all till it's signed, sealed, and delivered. Um, so yeah. Now I do know that Jay Dunn is doing a call in today. I think that's what she's trying to do. She's on her Dunn Data channel. If you didn't see Jay Wilson's channel today, go and check out Jay Wilson. I might be back on later on today because I do want to talk another herb with you guys. But I had to come over and get this out. I'm hoping Miss Olivia go live today. I really do hope she goes live today because I really want to drop down in her chat, be a part of her conversation. For a lot of y'all don't like Miss Olivia, but that lady is very intelligent. You know, sometimes it don't matter the how the gift is wrapped. Did you get the gift? A lot of y'all forfeited your gift because of how it's wrapped. You can learn a lot from people if you stop looking at how they are. Okay, who's giving it? Let me say it like that. Who's giving it? Y'all stay more focused on these ignoramus, idiotic. Lord, let me pray. Thank you, Lord. Amen. So yeah, y'all more focused on that. And you don't know what you focus on. It does feed you. Did y'all know that? Like it feeds you. Before long, you find yourself saying and doing some of the dumbest stuff that these people have said and done on this apparatus, and then you wonder where they come from. Have you ever heard somebody say something for so long, and all of a sudden you talking to somebody and it comes out, you like, I can't believe I said that. Well, that's what you feeding yourself. That's what you're paying attention to. Blended, hey, y'all must. If y'all ever need some encouragement and to look at yourself, go to Blended. I be in her skies most of the time, and I try to drop down. But I have so much stuff going on, y'all. Trust me, there is only a few people that I support now because a lot of people don't support me, and I feel like I'm supportable. But they don't support me, so why should I keep giving you a click and a view? It just is what it is, okay? Like seriously, when Jives said it to me, shout out to King Jives. If y'all haven't seen that interview, go look at it. Me and the official King Jives, it was a great time over here, y'all. Okay, it was a great time over here. Um, Sometimes y'all hear him call me Creole. Sometimes y'all hear him call me Coco. I am both. Okay, I am both. Now I know it's somebody, a subby or something over in the beef sector that actually has Coco in her name. I used to. I was Coco 929. That's how a lot of people remember me. So yeah. So you'll hear people like T Danielle. She still calls me. Shout out to T Danielle. She still calls me Coco. Okay. And then you'll see people. And when I drop sometime down in people's chat, I put I am Creole because I think there's another Libra as well, but I think she's Libra baby, if I'm not mistaken. So don't get us confused. I'm Libra butterfly. Okay. So yeah, I hate that YouTube took my name off Creole, took it off. So yeah. Um, yeah, but Blended is awesome and she's so tranquil and she'll have you looking at yourself and loving on yourself and it just I be needing that. I do y'all. I be needing that. Where she's soothing but straight up I am on the rocks. I'm when you get that Jack Daniels on the rocks. Like I throw it in your face and I let you deal with the aftermath. Okay. I let you like, she's straight up no chaser. I'm just on rocks. Okay. And I know y'all think they both mean the same thing, but they're not. Okay. So but we get the same message out, but in different manners. We both meet up at the same place. Okay. And I just sometimes I need that. I really need that and it's that time. Sometimes I'm in here and I might be writing a poem or something because I know I do write, right? I've been writing poems since I was 16, maybe 13. That's how long I got I've been writing poetry and everything for a while. And some days I come in here and I just get to writing, and I either reading and while I'm reading, I'm listening to what she's saying and everything because it is what it is. I like Miss Jill Comfort Zone. I go over there and look at what she's done crafted or something that she's created, by cooking or something. Just Read My Book is another one that I support. I go and watch Just Read My Book and everything. Miss Olivia, I already told you, I live Olivia the Oracle. I watch Trey Jewel and everything. Yeah, I know I support Jay Wilson. And I be in Nest's skies when I'm trying to find out about what's going on in the beefing sector. I go to Nest because she'll recap it for me real quick. I don't want it to take all day to tell me what Lemon done did or whoever done did. I need that real quick. Y'all know I support my girl Charlie. That's my sister from another mister. So I'm always over. I also mods for Charlie. Mixology 99. Y'all know that's my sister. I support Monty. I support her. Um let me see. Oh, Pretty Chocolate Girl. I'm over in Pretty Chocolate Girls. A lot of times I'm in her skies, but whenever she come on, I'm in Pretty Chocolate Girls. JB, of course, whenever he decides to come back, but he's always over here, so he supports me as well as I support him. And I know I'm missing a couple of people. Don't count it against my heart. Count it against my mouth. Um, it's a lot of people. Do you have published works? Yep, I have books. I have three. I'm an author three times over, working on my fourth book. And everything. Thank you for asking that. Yeah, I have said that before. Who else do I support real quick before I get off of here? Every now and then I drop down in Jay Dizzle's, which is Jay Dunn. I drop down in her chat to see what she's talking about and everything, because she's a long time supporter of my channel as well. Um, Sean Bradley Club Chat, D Ramsey loves me some D Ramsey. Deanna Irvin, which is what's that? She start what's that? What is it? Verbal Assassin is her other channel. Um, Ken, Ken's my nephew, so I'm a model in Ken's as well. Um, the hood table, that's my girl. That's like my third home. The hood table is like my third home for real. I love the hood table. The hood table is just so, I just love her. She's so creative and stuff. She does cakes the way my cousin does. I have a cousin here. The name of her baking business is called Anointed Edibles, and she is everybody's number one cake person. She can do them cakes like nobody's business, and that's who the hood table reminds me of. She has a beautiful spirit. Um, and everything. And every now and then, if I see the Rick Reed is on, and I want to find out if there's anything new with the beeping sector, I drop down in Rick Reed's and listen a little bit and everything. So, but I don't know who that is. I really don't. Larry don't have a channel. Let me see. Okay. So yeah, that be that. Y'all would be happy to know I am 6 pounds down. Okay, 6 pounds down. I got 20 more to go, y'all. I have been really, really being conscious of what I eat, okay, and what time I eat. And if I snack, it's a light snack. Like last night, I was so hungry. I cut up me some sour green apples, the Granny Smiths, cut them up real small, put them in a bowl with a little salt on them, and if you do Himalayan salt, that's filled with a lot of goodness, okay? Put Himalayan salt on it with some apple cider vinegar over it, not a lot, but enough to cover them. And I shook the bowl up and got my fork and got in my bed, and I was turning them up. And it's a good empty snack, okay? Because you eating something, Google green Granny Smith apples, okay? And then Google apple cider vinegar with the mother and Himalayan salt. All of that goodness is burning fat. It makes you sleep better. It helps with a whole lot of stuff. If you got gut issues too, it helps with that. So if you're gonna eat something, you need to eat something that's gonna help you. Don't you know? Even though your the way the body is made up, y'all. Thank you, boo. No pressure. The way the body is made up, that the later you eat, okay, the more your weight sticks. And you may not gain physical weight, but your cells and different things starts to act up. You start getting itis, you start getting inflammation. And different parts of the body begin to hurt because it has nowhere to go. It has nowhere to go, you know. Um, I've been telling people that the way that our chart system in America was set up was incorrect. They said make your heaviest meal your first meal of the day. No, I'm sorry. They said make your heaviest meal your last meal of the day, and I'm saying that's wrong. Your heaviest meal should be your first meal of the day. Whatever you want to eat for breakfast, eat it in the morning. Whatever you want to eat for breakfast. If you want pork chops, gravy, mashed potatoes, and the green vegetable, eat it. You know why? Because the way that our bodies is made up, everybody's body, you ain't no exception. I know people always want to be the exception. Well, that's not true because if that was true, you wouldn't have issues. You wouldn't have medical issues. So your body's not that different. Don't come for me. I've studied the body. I told you I went to medical school. Quit playing with me. Okay. I'm trying to help you. Some black people I would not be able to help, and I get it because you know everything. Okay. So I'm not talking to you. You don't even have to respond to me. You don't have to email me. You don't have to do none of the things of the things. Because in your mind, you are always right. So, okay, you're right. So for the rest of y'all that really want to shake up your weight loss and do something different, if you really want to do something different, eat your heaviest meal in the morning. Okay. For what we would call breakfast, eat your heaviest meal then. And you will realize like when you eat so heavy your first meal, the rest of the day you're not that hungry. You'll just snack. And by nightfall, you'll be so wore out and your body be done burnt most of the stuff and so don't have a lot to burn while you sleep. You'll start eventually like your whole body will flip. You'll lose weight so quick, you'll be like, dang. Because what? You're eating your heaviest meal in the morning. So when you know you burn calories when you sleep, well, how you gonna burn all that dinner? Some of y'all don't even sleep that long to burn nothing. You sleep 4 hours. You need a full 8 hours to burn a full course meal. That's what they don't tell you. So let me tell you. You need a full 8 hours to burn a full course meal. So just think about if you flip it and the last thing you ate that night was a banana, some yogurt, some pineapple and cottage cheese, or maybe a half of a sandwich, and then you slept 4 hours, maybe four and a half. Okay, then you done burnt that up. So now you're starting all over again on an empty stomach, and it's done burned some of your fat. But if you only sleeping 4 or 5 hours and you going to sleep on pizza, breadsticks, salad, pop, juice, fried chicken, baked chicken, all that. What do you think your body's burning? And if it don't have anywhere to go, where do you think it go? It goes in your joints, in your cells. And that's why you have nephritis. That's why you have arthritis. That's why you have what is some more ritis? It's a whole bunch of rhinitis. That's why you have a whole bunch of things that happen, and then you have GERD, and then you have all the stuff, pancreatitis. You end up with diabetes, all the other because it has nowhere to go, and it turns on you. But okay, like I said, I could hear some of y'all, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. That is not my problem. Cause I don't, I mean, I eat really good. And yeah, I eat like this, but that ain't the reason this happened. The reason this happened is because, okay. See how that works? I don't argue stuff like that. Hey, Catherine, I talked about you at the beginning of the live, boo. I just want you to know what no hard feelings. Uh, but that's why. You don't pay no attention, y'all. You disregard things because you know everything. You know what? A fool has his own self for an attorney. And what I mean by that is when you shut people down because you know everything. Nobody can tell you nothing about nothing because you know everything. That's when you fail. That's when you fail. And you know what, when I meet people like that, I shut up because one, the God in me is like, mm-mm, and the other part is me is like, that's somebody you could never help. And once I realize I can never help you, I don't talk. I let you talk. I just get quiet. I'll get very quiet, and I just sit there. It's a lot of things that I know, but when people show me who they are, I believe them. So I don't say nothing. I've learned that early. I am 55 years old. What I look like going back and forth with you over something that I really don't even care about? Because here's the thing: if you know everything, what do you want my input for? You want my input so we can argue, or we can have a contradiction back and forth, and that feeds that ego. I won't give it to you. I won't give it to you. I'll just go, oh, okay. And I do that with people I like. Can you imagine people I can't stand? People that I don't give no credence to. Seriously. And it's not the fact that I feel like I know it. It's the fact that I see what's spiritual operating in. And then if you're operating in a if you're operating in the spirit, okay, just like Catherine, I'm going to use you real quick, boo, because this is something you said publicly, okay? So Catherine said somebody tried to tell her that she was lying about being a sub for as many people as she's a sub for. And Catherine said she began to name all the people who she's a sub, that she's a mod for, right? And I told her, girl, if I was you, I would have said okay and kept on going. Because some things you don't even need to answer. That's weird. It's weird that you would try to tell me who I mod for. Huh? Really? You want to argue with me about who? That's again, some people always have to have a back and forth. A back and forth. It just feeds that thing in them to where they just want you to respond so they can just keep going. I don't give it to you. One, I'm a mother of 9. Count it, 9. 2 boys, 7 girls. I got 8 grandkids. I can see the overplay for the underlay. You hear me? There's times my family be trying to, yeah, and I just look at them. Well, why you feel like that? I don't have no reason. You ain't gonna get me in all that. Why I gotta tell you my feelings? I don't do all that. I feel the way I feel because I feel that way. Next case, next question. And I'm not, y'all, I'm already a sarcastic person by nature. For real, most Libras, we're very sarcastic. It takes us a lot. It takes a lot for us to answer you in just a way that doesn't come off sarcastic. I'm so serious. So a lot of times when people ask me something, my first response out of my mouth is something sarcastic. I don't mean it to be. So a lot of times I kind of like, let me see. And you'll hear me even on here sometime. I'll tell y'all, let me see how I can say this. Because my first response is, and a lot of people don't know how to take me. And so it's like, I can't believe she said that, and I don't mean to be like that. It's natural. It's just who I am. And I don't mean for it to come off like that. And people that know me. So they don't pay me no attention. They're like, girl, and I'm used to them. But sometimes I have to like dial it back, think, rethink. No, not that. Okay, that. Seriously. So a lot of times, don't ask me them deluxe questions that I love to chew up and spit out backwards. It ain't going to, yeah. So yeah, if you ever ask me some stuff and I go, I'm good. That means that part of me don't know how to answer that question without being a smart a. Seriously, like the way that my answer is going to come out, it may cause a rift between you and I don't want it to be like that because that's not how I mean it. So I just don't say nothing. I have nothing to say, you know. And I think that shows I'm very intelligent because a fool says everything his heart feels. A fool don't think, just spits it out, just says everything. You feel like saying shabba ding ding, and that ain't even the answer for it. But you just want to say it, so you say it. You just want to be annoying today, so you say all the things to be annoying, and everything. No, no, no. I'm too intelligent for that. I'm such a lady. I'm a lady. I don't say everything I feel. Okay, I don't. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll take back if we in an argument. I will not argue with you first. I won't. I won't argue with you. I'll go, okay. If I even think it's gonna be an argument, I go, okay. And I leave it alone. I let you win. It's not important to me. It's just not. Yeah, I got so much stuff that I got to do. And I got even the people who know me outside of maybe my mom and two other people that ain't even on YouTube. No, I got so much going on that little petty arguments and stuff means nothing to me. You can win. You got it. Yeah, I'm wrong. You right. Okay. I'm sorry. Whatever it takes. That's where because I got more important things that I'm focusing on and making happen and trying to do. That this little stuff right here don't bother me. I do YouTube as a relaxation. Now, if I'm coming on YouTube to relax, that means that there's other stuff outside of here that got my full attention. Okay? Get. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me see. Right. I'm like, what the what? It made me upset when you said that, girl. I was like, what the what? Oh, thank you. Thank you. No pressure. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Okay. Catherine, they be thinking I'm playing, but I be so serious. Sarcasm is just who we are. And we don't mean to be. I promise you, we don't mean to be. Now, some of us that's an a-hole, yes, we do mean to be, but for the most of us, that's not. We don't mean to be at all, and that's why. And because I love people, like when I really care for you, I'm going to preserve your feelings, and so I really will think before I speak. I really will, and sometimes that come off as being rude. I being I forgot the other word I'm looking for, but it comes out that way. And that's, it's either dang I do, dang I don't. So either way, somebody gonna think something. So I have to be true to me. So I know my intentions. So that's why a lot of times I don't, when people ask me something like, I don't got nothing to say about that. I have nothing to say about that because if I do, it ain't gonna be right. So no, I just don't. And then plus, I always want to make God happy. I do, and I know y'all think that's a bunch of bull, and I don't care what you think, but I will first and foremost always try to make my father happy. That's how I live my life. Don't y'all think right now, as a single woman, my husband's dead, been dead going on 5 years this year. Okay, don't y'all think as a single woman, I could actually be screwing right now, like don't think I ain't got no people that want to come over here and really lay up in this and, buy me out the things and all this and stuff. I have more respect for me. I have more respect for being a godly woman. And I have more respect for my late husband's legacy. What you won't do is girlfriend me with no ring at the end of the rainbow. What you won't do, and I done been with one man for almost 30 years, is jump up and down inside my guts. Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh. Just to say, oh, yeah, girl, he laid it. I feel good, honey. He laid it on me. Oh, yes, girl. That was so good. And that's all I get. All I get is a ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh. Now, that's good for some people, and I'm not knocking you. If that's what you like, go for it. I'm talking about me and my sweet pie, okay? Because she's sweet. Okay? I'm a queen. I carry myself as a queen. Okay? I don't know how you carry yours, but I carry myself as a queen. And a queen deserves every good and perfect gift she can get. And God loved me so much, He gave me a husband that treated me as a queen and made me promise him that if I got remarried, whatever man that I got would treat me like he did or better. And that's a promise I intend to keep. So no, I ain't that hungry. I ain't that desperate or thirsty or ugly. Let me throw that in there. To where I just got to take anything with a third leg and say, oh, he wants to do this to me. And I'm going to let him lay in. I'm 55 years old. What part of that don't y'all get? I am a 55-year-old older woman with wisdom. I ain't like some of these people on here that's 55 that just don't know if they coming or going. Just don't. I mean, 50. They trying to be 25 when 55 got them. 50 years old got them, and they act younger than people 20. That ain't me. That ain't even my story. Could never be my life at all. So if it means that I sit over here in my palace that my husband and I created, and that I'm enjoying, and I get the love of people, and I have people that love me, and I love myself more importantly, by myself until God sends me that one. And let me tell you something else. I'm also that same woman that ain't got a bag of men to spend time with her. Oops. Since we talking all things Valentine, let's go. I ain't got to, huh? And I know most of these males out here now, they want women to be them, to pursue them. And, well, why don't you want to date me? Why don't you want to be with me? And why? And that could never be my life, boo. Now, I might ask you a question to get an understanding so we both on the same page. But that's it. If you're a man and you can't even tell me Happy Valentine's Day, you think I'm going to be with you? Okay. That's just another day. Okay. That's why I ain't with you. Because to you, that's just another day. Maybe it means something to me. And that's just like I heard the asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. Some of my friends, I would ask them, what you get for Mother's Day? You know, we all mothers, right? And I would say, what you get for Mother's Day? Girl, you know my husband don't give me for nothing for Mother's Day. My boyfriend give me nothing for Mother's Day because he said I ain't his mama. Excuse me? What's that got to do with anything? I ain't my husband's mother either. I wasn't my late husband's mother either. But Mother Day he showed up. Which my late husband did for me, period. It didn't have to be no holiday. So I'm just talking about this the way I'm talking about it, okay? Period. But he was showing up for me, but I didn't get that. Said they told him, you ain't my mama, why I'm giving you something for mama? Said, you know what? But you knew who you married. You knew who you got with, and you knew who you married. Some of y'all act so shocked when things go like that with the mate that you picked. You picked them. You said I do. So why are you shocked? What I'm not gonna do, see, I'm more mature now. I am. I'm more. I was always ahead of my age, always. So that's one reason why my husband, who was 9 years older than me, married me because I didn't act young. I act like his age. Actually, I was younger than him, looked younger than him, but I didn't act like I was young. I've always had older friends, hung around old people. Loved to sit up under my grandmother and great aunties and all them and learn things. I was just that kid. Okay, so that's just how I carry myself. I've always carried myself like that. Then it's funny because when men meet me, they think I'm one age. And I mean, and then when I blow their mind and tell them how old I am, they are so shocked. They're like, you are lying to me. No, I'm not lying. That's how I got a child your age, you know. But yeah, we have to. I believe in letting men be men, and there is a difference between a male and a man. I already told y'all over here what that means. And let me make this clear as well. JB gonna get mad at me. That's my little brother, y'all. He gonna get mad at me when I say this, cause he said, "Stop saying that to men." But anyway, here we go again, cause I'm not, and am not. Okay, so here we go again. I don't want no man that has thought about being with a man in a relationship in a romantic matter. If you have been a male, meaning that you are born with the penis, okay, and have thought about being with another man that got what you got in a romantic way, I don't want you. I don't care if it was when you was 16. I don't care if it was when you was 18 and you are now 43. I don't care if it was when you was 21 and you're now 53. I don't care if it was when you was 31 and you now 60. If in your lifetime you've ever thought about a man with the penis being romantically involved with him, I don't want you. Okay? Just thought I'd give y'all a little noise, okay? Just thought I'd give you a little noise. Now, is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. And if we together, if you become interested in me and we begin to talk, know that this is a question I'm going to ask your happy hips. You ready? This is the question I'm going to ask you. If this question offends you, you're just offended. It's not how it's meant, but I refuse. Okay? Because we're going to get out. See how I'm telling y'all up front, I don't want no man with no kids that they still responsible for. So if you're a man and you have a child and you paying child support, the child is under 18 years old, 18 years old is still in school, or you got to take somebody to daycare, miss me. See how I'm telling y'all that up front? I'm not offended. And I won't be offended if you ask me, hey, do you want blah, blah? No, I don't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay? So now I'm very direct. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. So now here's the other part of that. Forget you, JB. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that. I do. I just wanted to let y'all know that. So um that's just how it is. I'm not interested in women. If that change, I'll be the first to let some of my lesbian friends know. Okay. Seriously, I'll be the first to let some of y'all know. Cause y'all know that DC cop, she's making me rethink some things. That's all I'm gonna say. Uh yeah, she's made me rethink some things. But I couldn't do it. I can't do it. So uh yeah, I'll let y'all know. But other than that, I'm just straight up no chaser, okay? And if you tell me, well, Creole, because you short and I got kids, I'm not interested in you, I won't get mad. I'll tell you, okay, thank you, move on. See how that works? We're not desperate over here, baby. We're living our good life. You know what? Hold on, let me tell y'all how I'm living. I know y'all don't understand this, but hold on. Let me show y'all how I'm living. Hold on. Seriously. Hold on. It's funny when I say stop, this thing goes. When I say go, this thing stops. I think it's YouTube. I think YouTube is just backwards. Okay. I do. I think YouTube is backwards. This is for all my single women, single men, but really my single sisters, because this is how I'm living my life. I know y'all be wanting to know, so let me holler at y'all and tell y'all. Uh K Irene is on. Oh, okay. Let me tell y'all